HeyEW.com, I'm Adam B. Very, sitting here with Andrew Nichol, the director of The Host, and Stephenie Meyer, the writer of the book, The Host. Welcome, guys, to Comic-Con 2012. Stephenie, my understanding is that when it came time to figure out how to turn The Host into a feature film, the first director on your list was Andrew Nichol.
He was indeed. That's my favorite sci-fi movies.
I paid her to say that.
So what was it about what Andrew does that you really liked and thought would work well for The Host?
Well, The Host is not a sci-fi that has giant spaceships and lasers and that angle of sci-fi. It's a very human and internal and intimate science fiction, and that's what Gattaca is. And I knew that he could take a world that isn't exactly the same as ours and keep it so human and so relatable. And I mean, that's my favorite science fiction movie. It's perfect.
So, Stephenie, what was it like making this film? How did it contrast with the process of making Twilight?
It was a really different kind of beginning. In a lot of ways, this one felt kind of more organic. It's everybody who got involved from the beginning were people who just really loved it and were really excited. We didn't ever have a studio. It stayed with the focus on creative pretty much the whole time. And then you had also a new group, and with Twilight, we've done this for a while now, and it's this great reunion we get together, but everybody has their pattern, and I mean, honestly, it's been really cold on those sets, and we get in there, it's like, okay, 16-hour days, we're going to be freezing to death, we're going to be in the mud.
Pacific Northwest is not the warmest part of the world.
It is not the ideal place to write a book that you plan to turn into a movie. Yeah. Next time I'll think ahead and put it in the Caribbean.
And Andrew, what did you want to do with the kind of visual elements to the storytelling? One of the things I noticed on the set was that the vehicles for the souls were these like really shiny, chromed out, very sleek-looking cars. I'm sure the PAs had a dickens of a time getting them all polished all the time.
Right.
But so talk to me a little bit about that visual style.
Yeah, I wasn't popular with the cinematographer either because he kept seeing himself in the vehicles. But yeah, no, the visual style comes out of, and the chrome comes out of the story. Everything comes out of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Because the creatures themselves have a chrome-like quality, therefore they have an affinity for chrome, and so they have these chrome vehicles, chrome helicopter, and they have a lot of chrome in their architecture. So that comes out of that. As far as the world itself, the souls say that they come to a world not to change it, but perfect it and experience it. So they've perfected our technology, but they haven't really changed much of it because wherever they are in the world, they just take on the customs and the culture of those people.
Stephenie, you know, you're sort of, in an interesting way at this Comic-Con, you are beginning something new and ending something else because this is also the last panel for the Twilight saga. What has that been like for you to kind of go through that? I know that at the panel you just surprised everyone by screening some footage from The Host.
That was really fun. Actually, having The Host softens the blow because it is hard saying goodbye to everybody. I mean, I think the story feels told and the movies are satisfying, and I'm not dying to put on 14 layers of thermals under my jeans to go to work tomorrow, but not seeing Kristen and Taylor and Rob, not having that, you know, we would see each other every day, and I really miss them, and so seeing them today, it kind of makes it harder. It's like, oh, I have to say goodbye again. We've got one more time that we're going to get together, and then are we ever going to hang out again? Probably not. You know, it's the people knowing that that relationship is kind of coming to a close. It's really hard.
There is one book currently for The Host, but I know that you are always thinking about ways of taking the story into new places. Where is that process for you? Where are you?
Still very early. I'd love to get that story done, but I just have been having a time management problem. For some reason, I cannot stop getting on a plane and coming to places like Comic-Con. For me, I don't know, some authors, I just admire it. It's in their head, they're done with something, they sit down and they're just like, the sentence just comes from where it ended, and where I just need so much time to really immerse myself in that world and kind of get out of this one to be able to get any amount of work done. And it's just been hard finding 2 weeks together.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us, and I hope you have a great rest of your con.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Guys. Check back here on EW.com for more from Comic-Con 2012.